Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Tom, I'm an amateur gardener. I've had my allotment for just under 2 years now, and I started this channel just to kind of keep track of what I'm doing, and it's kind of turned into showcasing my journey and now giving tips and advice hopefully to new gardeners, because if you're anything like me, when I first got my allotment I knew nothing and I kind of relied on YouTube. Some good news before I start. In my last video I mentioned that I've been made redundant. Obviously I'm still studying, so I can only work part-time, but now I actually have a job as a gardener, and the people that I work for have all agreed that I'm able to film when I'm gardening there as well, which is amazing. What's inspired this video is a lot of people now are getting allotments, which is amazing, and I think from the pandemic it's kind of encouraged people to get out there and get gardening. And even at my own allotment, and I've been there, as I said, just under 2 years, and there's a waiting list now even on my allotment site, which is incredible. At number one, see what you've already got. So you've got your allotment and you've got all these ideas, you've created a Pinterest board, you've had a look and you're really inspired to get growing. But I think the best thing you can do once you've got your plot is have a look around, see what's already there. Maybe you've already got some rhubarb plants, maybe you've got some cherry trees. Have a look around and see what's already there, because you don't want to kind of rush in and start bringing plants when you can see what's already available on your plot. At number two, start growing straight away. I mean, you've got an allotment to grow, so why not start growing straight away? I would say start small though, obviously, because you don't want to get overwhelmed at the beginning. And if you're anything like me, when I got my plot, I was very much kind of, oh, where do I start? What do I do? What do I plant? But I think the best advice that I had was just start growing straight away. This is the reason why you've got this little piece of land. At number three, roughly plan out your plot. So you've got this plot of land, whether you've got a full plot or a half plot, and kind of roughly plan where do you want your shed, where is the best sun in the day, where's the best sun in the evening, what plants would you like to kind of get in the ground, you know, what kind of vegetables need the best amount of sunlight, and kind of work from there. And also, you kind of want your allotment to look nice. Like, I think there's a kind of thing that people don't realise is I don't know, if you're anything like me, I like my allotment kind of looking nice and kind of looking a bit quirky. At number four, don't rush. And I kind of mentioned this in a previous video, but don't rush your plot. Start small. I think I made this mistake very much at the beginning. I got this huge piece of land and I trimmed the lot, cleared the lot, and 2 weeks later everything was all back because I couldn't keep up with it. Also, again, with not rushing, you're probably going to get a neglected plot. It's quite common that when you first get an allotment, you've got a plot that someone hasn't really tended to for quite a long time. At the beginning, you're going to have a lot of work to do, probably clearing it. So then if you can clear a small part and then work back from there, that makes it all the better and a lot more manageable, especially one, of the plot, and two, of your expectations of growing. At number five, speak to your allotment neighbours. I cannot stress this enough. There are so many people on allotments that have been there for, I don't know, about 1,000 years, and they have a wealth of knowledge, and they're going to know especially more about the climate around you, in terms of, obviously if you're in the UK, there are loads of different places in the country that have different kind of weather. Obviously if you're up more north, it's going to be a lot more colder more often. So for instance, this year I bought some onion bulbs and it said that I needed to plant them in March, and I spoke to my allotment neighbours saying, you know, when should I really be planting this? And they kind of said, give it another month. We just want to wait until the frost is completely over and then you can get them in the ground. And that was great advice because I didn't ruin the first round of onions that I had. And I think that's really, really important. Also, it's a great community out there and it's a wealth of knowledge. And it's just great to get to know people on the plot. You just expand the community of gardening, and it's just great to get to know new people as well. And number five, don't sow everything all at once. Now, I also made this mistake when I first got my plot. Say, for instance, if you sow everything all at once, you're going to have a lot of produce all at once, and you won't have anything after that. So it's great to kind of space it out and stagger out your sowing. So say like daffodil bulbs, for instance. You want to start sowing them 1 week, and then maybe wait another 2 weeks before you plant them in, and then another 2 weeks before you plant another set more, because that way you kind of, if they all come at once, they're just going to die, and after that you'll have nothing. So it's kind of good to stagger it out. And also in terms of food wise, you're going to have, like for instance right now I've made a bit of a mistake with my tomatoes, and I have so many tomatoes and I'm literally just handing them out to people because I can't eat them all, and I just have too much to eat. And yeah, so stagger out when you sow and how much you sow. At number 7, only sow and only grow what you actually like to eat. It sounds really silly to say that, but I think, especially when I first got my plot, I started growing some marrows. I don't even like marrows, but I was growing them because I saw that my neighbour had them, and then I saw them on Gardener's World, and I think that's just a mistake that I think I made. And I think, what's the point if you're growing stuff that you don't like? So yeah, only grow what you actually like to eat. Maybe pick, I don't know, some of your favourite vegetables or your favourite berries and concentrate on them, and then, you know, grow some more. But don't feel like maybe your neighbour has like a whole abundance, a whole allotment full of these beautiful vegetables, and it all looks nice and you've seen it on Gardener's World. That doesn't mean you need to rush and get all these different stuff in the ground. Just kind of concentrate on what you want. See what you want to do, and don't be pressured to kind of do anything else just because other people are doing stuff. At number 8, and I think this is really, really important, and I cannot stress this enough. I think I've mentioned it on numerous videos. You do not need to burst the bank when you have an allotment. I see so many people kind of buying brand new sheds and brand new wood from B&Q and stuff like that. And I can't stress this enough. You don't need to do that. There are so many kind of second-hand sites. There's Facebook Marketplace, eBay. And basically, for instance, my shed, when I first got my shed, I got it from Homebase. It was like £325, and I got it brand spanking new. And to be honest, it was a pile of tat. So then I went on eBay, found a shed that was really, really great. It was second-hand. It needed a bit of work to it. So, and I got it for £80. So after that, I kind of fixed it up, gave it a lick of paint, a new felt roof, and there we are. And now I have a lovely shed. I've used so many different methods, and I probably will make a video of kind of gardening hacks to save money, I think, in the future. And if you would like that video, actually comment that below. That's something I can definitely do. I have used old glass bottles as borders. I have a picnic bench that I got from a pub that had closed down. I got it for £20. If you bought that new, it would be, I don't know, at least 60. And kind of other people on the sites, there might be some people that don't need, I don't know, they've got too much drain pipe that they use for their guttering to fill up their water butt, and they have some left over. Ask them, are you using that? May I have that? And, you know, it's that sort of stuff. Another thing is, there's so many kind of amazing wooden borders. I personally didn't want to spend that much money on wood, so I've kind of gathered bits of bricks, some from skips. I do love a good skip dive, and I've used now a brick border around my plot. It's kind of those type of things. It's great to kind of get creative with your allotment and also make it a bit more unique. But again, you don't need to burst the bank. I hope this video has been very helpful to some people, especially if you're a new gardener, and well done if you have just got a plot. I mean, there's waiting lists all over the place these days now. There's a huge surge in gardeners, in new gardeners, and it's honestly amazing. If you like this video, click subscribe, comment below, especially if you're a new gardener. I upload a video every 2 weeks, and that's every other Monday. Other than that, I post quite frequently on my Instagram. I'll list that below. And I've just started up a Facebook page, as I've realised that not everyone has Instagram. So what I post on Instagram, I usually post on my Facebook page as well. So if you want to follow either of them, please check out the description below. I'll list it in there. And other than that, have a great day, keep on digging, and if you're new to gardening, if you just got an allotment site, Well done. I can't explain it enough. This is just a wealth of knowledge that you just keep learning and learning and learning. And one last thing that I should probably mention. Your allotment site might be for growing, but also enjoy the space. I get drunk so much on my allotment. It's probably actually quite bad. But yeah, usually I'll have like a barbecue there and have friends around. Obviously in the pandemic we can't really do that. But yeah, enjoy the space that you have. Anyways, take care, stay safe and keep digging. And I'll see you in the next one.